What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Learning Financial Basics. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most vitally important yet misunderstood vehicle when building long-term wealth, the tax-free savings account, TFSA. Now, if you're not from the great country of Canada, unfortunately, this video is not for you, as the TFSA only applies to Canadian citizens. Canucks, let's get into it. All right, first of all, let's get into the basics. A tax-free savings account is an account that essentially allows you to earn interest, dividends, capital gains, all tax-free. Now, this is huge when you're talking about investing or saving over a long window. You know, we're talking 5 to 50 years. I'm about to take you through all the benefits and why the TFSA is something that if you don't have right now, you should get right away, maybe even ahead of your retirement savings plan. When the TFSA was introduced back in 2009, it had a deposit limit of $5,000, but it's now 2020, and that cap has risen to an astounding $69,500, which can make a huge impact on your finances. So let's go through all the different ways to use this tool to maximize your income. All right, now that the basics are out of the way, let's get into my first point, and it is so important. The TFSA drives me insane because everybody refers to it as the tax-free savings account, where it should be the tax-free wealth building instrument. The TFSA, although it can be used as primarily a savings account, where you're going to get, 1.2 to 3% interest based on whatever the promotion is going at your local bank, the primary use for a TFSA in my eyes is it is the single best vehicle to invest with. Now, I can see you already rolling your eyes saying, oh, we're in investments, I'm out of here. Don't. It's really simple. Whether you're putting money into a mutual fund or you're direct investing, you're going aggressive and speculative, or you're defensive and going with dividend stocks, all of them should be in your TFSA first before any other registered account. All right, I'm going to break this down really quickly for all different levels of savers and investors. Say you're new to investing and you've taken out your first mutual fund. Congratulations. Now, if you put money into that over the next 5, 10 years and the market takes off and you decide you need the money, it's as simple as going to your bank, selling your mutual fund shares, and then withdrawing the money. For direct investors, if you're aggressive and you love to buy speculative stocks, as long as you're okay with the fact that if these tank and bottom out, you can't claim tax losses on your yearly taxes, they also can't lay a hand on the massive growth that there's a chance you'll get if you pick these stocks correctly. Also, it's worth talking about the fact that the cap on the amount you can deposit to a tax-free savings account only applies to the deposits, not the appreciation. So if you pick the next Amazon or the next Apple, you just get to keep that amount tax-free in your shelter. For defensive investors who love dividends, we're talking your Bells, your banks, there's no taxation on dividends, which is huge. So just for holding these stocks over time in the TFSA, it is complete profit. Now that we've talked about the benefits of the TFSA, I'm going to hop into the quick warning that you do have to keep a tab on how much you have contributed every year. The Government of Canada will keep track of it as well, and unfortunately they will charge you 1% per month for any money that you put in over your limit. So if you're over $69,500 at this point, congratulations, but you will be getting a bill from the CRA, so it's just something to keep in mind. Now, I personally enjoyed setting an amount every month to automatically withdraw into my TFSA that would keep me right on par with my limit. I found that that's worked very well, and then you don't really ever have to worry about it, because unless you're making a withdrawal, you know exactly where you are in the spectrum. Now, people, when they're getting started, usually say, Scott, I need an RRSP. And it's true, you do. But that being said, the TFSA is actually my favorite vehicle for starting investors and savers because of the flexibility that it allows. Now, when you put money into an RRSP, it is really hard to get the money out. It is earmarked now for home ownership, tuition, or emergency situations, which have to be judged by the government. Where with a TFSA, the money goes in, you gain interest on it, it's all tax-free, and you can withdraw the money within a 24-hour period at any time. Now, life is unpredictable and you don't know when you need money. So unless you've hit that $70,000 cap, I keep saying, even if you're putting money into the RRSP, you should be putting more or at least the same amount into your TFSA. All right, guys, I hope this got you thinking about the TFSA account and all the benefits that come with it. If you don't have one, go out and get one. Get started. Just put in $50. Over the long run, saving on interest, dividend, capital gains, it's going to make a massive difference if you're trying to build wealth. I hope this helped you learn a little bit more about the basics of finances and investing. This series is all about helping everybody do their best with what they have, and more than anything, just make sure you understand all the options that are available to you before you're sitting in front of an advisor, assuming that you don't. If you liked today's video, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll be putting out a whole series where we go through all the basics of savings, investing, and all the different options that are at your fingertips to help you make the most of what you've got and at least really understand the system that you are a part of. All right, see you guys later.